How you guys doing today? I am Webtoon King, and we'll be going over Kagura Bachi Chapter 5. Um, we go back to the bar where the informant is, I guess. Hino, I think that's how you say her name. We see that Hino probably gave this orphan kid a new dress, or not dress, a jacket, new clothes, and stuff. And Hino is basically talking to the main character, asking if the info was right, and the main character just basically thanking her for it because the information was good. That she got a source for her, captured now. Hino also don't have no food, so the main character kind of have to go out and buy some food for Charles. He's driving. While driving, you see the transition from him driving to him holding the tie of the guy he just beat. And basically, Shiba is like, yo, you good? You been fine yesterday, now you're fine today, you better recharge. At first, I thought it meant something like his source needs recharging, but I think it's just basically saying you need some rest. Because when he said first yesterday and nowadays, you must be fried, huh? Better recharge, but he's just talking about going to sleep. So basically, Shiba told him, go to sleep. I'm gonna take care of this guy, the guy he beat last chapter with the high fade, top fade, whatever I don't know what kind of haircut that is. Now we go back into the future, and you just see the orphan in the background, and he don't call him. And she's basically like saying that she went to the bathroom, she snuck in, and basically the main character is like, I'm not asking you, I'm asking why. He's basically like, yo, I'm not asking you how she got in my car. Why did you let it happen? What's her name? She basically said, the informant basically said like, yo, she insisted she needs some fresh air, blah blah blah. Basically, that's what she says. And the informant basically said that she feels safer than you, and the main character, like, he's basically talking to her like, it's not safe to be taking risks like this. You need to be staying in. She basically like, yo, I feel like I'll be safer with you. Basically, that's what she's saying. You're strong. And the main character basically looked back and asked her, like, you still don't want to tell me, like, why they were after you? And then she just looks sad, and then you see a quick flashback to the enemy, what he did last chapter. Remember when he said, the horrible death your mother suffered to protect you? So basically, I think this is the main character thinking that he let it go. Like, I don't think he don't press on anymore about the question. So he said, fine. He's basically like, what do you want to eat? She's like, a sandwich. We go to a random location with Shiba. I think he's about to interrogate the bad guy we beat last week, last chapter. The first thing we notice is his hands is tied with something, and from it, I guess it blocks people from using sorcery. So at least we know there's items in this world that like can prevent people from using their powers. Right, so far. He's basically asking Shiba takes his seats down. He's like, okay, you know where the Shanta blaze is. And he want, like, the bad guy want to act like you don't know what he's talking about. You just see Shiba put his leg on him, on his feet. And he's like, cut the ad. Tell me what you know. Have you had to do better than... And then you just see something like it's wind, I don't know, wind pressure or whatever, where the Shanta blade is. And the bad guy is basically telling her, like, yo, you don't know what you're doing. If I tell you, we both die. It's like whoever he works for, he's more scared of stitching. And I kind of understand, because of the first chapter, it was in the first chapter, or the first and second chapter, where the Yakuza boss, when he started talking about the people, he started turning to a tree. So I'm thinking that's why he doesn't want to speak. It may be his is worse, because he said both of us are going to die. So yeah, then you end over there with him saying the power behind this is far greater than you can fathom. So I think his is probably worse than the Yakuza boss, because he probably know more. So I think the more important someone is, the worse like the death ability is gonna be like the more, like you know how in Demon Slave where people talk about what's his name, the main villain name, when they start talking about it, just start dying. I think that's what it is. But I think with them, the more they talk about it, the more important they am, the worse that like maybe like someone will blow up a whole city if he's stitched because he's that important. He knows so much, and we basically go back to them eating in the car. While in the car, you just see them. You just see the orphan kid basically eating, trying different food. Like this portion of the chapter is not really important, but it is important because it humanized the main character, his inner thoughts in the process. Thinking of like how weird this orphan kid is. He's not like stoic like people think he is. His facial expression is just dead, probably because of what happened to him and his father dying. But I remember chapter 1, 2 came out. People were like worried that he was too much stoic like Sasuke and some of these characters. But I do like that they're having more like interpersonal relationships with him and the little kid and showing how he cares. He went out to get the food for her because she was starving. And that's I like it. Like I said, it's not important, but it's kind of important to humanize the main character, not make him just like stoic. Even though I like stoic characters. After we're done with the food portion of them in the car, you just come to a scene with a guy hanging up on a pole. I don't know, on the pole, and someone just basically said thanks for the report. Wow, you see the person that looks like the boss, which we do later on find out he's the boss of one of these blades. The guy that's hanging up on the pole in the building, he's basically like killing me, so he's suffering. He just want to die. So this is when I think we learned the name of the guy who's just lost. He's the guy in the pool basically said, so that's why Duma Idiot lost. I never heard of a goldfish. I say ghost shit. Goldfish enchanted blade. So I guess these are the villains that have all the swords. So he's probably gonna end up passing down to his other buddies that have swords. That there's another blade that they didn't count for. So I correct myself from last week. It was 6 blades they thought that they had, but now they're aware of the 7th blade that the main character had. So basically, the villain said time to change our course because he just found out about the blades. Go big or go home. As they say, open a child cage. I don't know what that means. That sounds scary. We go back to the main character in the car, and they're basically like, "Are you satisfied?" Because she ate all this food, like she never ate before. But this is when we get a little bit into what she went through, like all the messed up stuff she probably went through. She's like, she was in the dark place for a long time. All the food was basically mushy, like regular, I guess. And her mom told her a million times, "Live a happy life. Today I'm happy." So basically, this is as simple as this is. Like her eating like probably regular food to us is important for her. It made her happy. So I like this. I like this. Sheba calls them in the car. Basically, we have a new target. This is where we get to learn the name of the guy. I suck at saying names. Please bear with me. Goshi Soji. He's a weapon dealer who controls Japan and big fish of the underworld. So that's very interesting. So I like this. First we have an informant. We have a weapons dealer. He controls Japan. He is a really big fish. And not only that, he's a big fish. This is what Cinderhead. That's what they call him. The guy to beat. He's the one with the Cloud Geyser. And Cloud Geyser, I guess, is the name of one of the enchanted blades. We see the main character in the light. It's green, and they're basically just driving. You see a bunch of people driving beside him, which is kind of weird, but we're about to find out what's going on. And while the main character's on the phone, basically, Sheba's telling the main character that Cinderhead, the guy that captured last chapter, this chapter, but beat last chapter, that he believes that this new weapon dealer is involved in the Hizakuro gang, I guess, the one that the main character is looking for, because they're probably the one in charge of killing his dad. So because the weapons dealer have one in their shattered blade, is a good chance he knows where the group is. So it's weird. And then we have this weird imagery, and I still don't get what happened. You see the light, you see cars, and you basically see a bunch of people mashing in together, and they're after the kid. So it's like, there's the kid, and the maker's like, the chapter ended with the maker just saying gotta be right there, and that's the chapter. I like the chapter. Humanized the main character. We got to meet a new character, weapons dealer. Cool design is important, and we got to see another application for Shiba ability. I just don't get what happened, because he put his feet on him, and like the ground kind of crushed the foot of the villain, even though the villain didn't really react to it, so he probably went through worse. Assuming, since we saw a guy hanging from the ceiling, so this weapon dealer is probably doing this a lot to people. But I like the chapter. Subscribe. I'm still trying to find webtoon to like do videos on. I'm really waiting for two of them. One is Hardcore Leveling, for him to come back for his webtoon, and God of High School. I really want to wait for them. I might just start doing like power system for different webtoons, and until they come out, I'll look into it. But aside that, I hope you guys have fun with this video. Like I said, subscribe, share me with your family members, have them subscribe. I'm still working on my YouTube. I'm gonna get better on it and work on my scripts and stuff. So have a nice day. Webtoon family, Toon family, we out.